This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
3, 2.
Welcome to Daily Blast Live. Happy Thursday, everybody. It's December 19th. I'm here with Brandon and Erica. I'm Jeff. Stephanie is back home in jolly old England.
Jolly.
Very jolly. You say that every day.
Because you say that every day.
I don't know why I say that, though. All right.
We're going to become best friends.
Absolutely. Way to go, Cobb. You're my bestie. Light singer Mark Anthony is in the market for a new yacht. Uh-oh, what happened? Check out this wild video. His multi-million-dollar yacht caught fire and capsized last night in Miami. Ooh. Wow, look at that. No one was on board, luckily, but the flames were so intense, it took 45 firefighters to put that out.
Where's Michael Bay?
What do you mean?
The producer, because this is like a scene out of Bad Boys 3.
It is a scene like that. They could have used that.
Yeah, I know, but you know what? $7 million boat has 5 cabins, sleeps 12 people, jacuzzi, satellite TV, yachts, all types of celebrity parties, but you know what? At the end of the day, it's just a possession. Just a possession.
Wow, you got deep there.
I got deep there, man. That's Confucius says.
How about this, man? $7 million boat. That's a lot of upkeep. I don't know what he's talking about.
It's just a possession, you know. It's just
Right.
no one was hurt.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you like to have one of those possessions?
Oh, absolutely.
How did it catch fire?
That's interesting.
Inquiring minds want to know.
It is under investigation.
Oh.
I see what you're getting at, though.
Goodfellas?
I'm just asking.
I
was just asking.
Did that
I
look
wanted
a
to
little
know how the
suspect?
fire started. I just wanted to know how the fire started.
So why do you want to know? Why?
Because that is a good question.
But what are you
$7 million
leading us to?
I'm just asking how the fire started. Is that not? I mean, you see a boat capsize and there's a raging fire that takes 45 firefighters to get out, and you don't want to know how the fire started?
So are you saying like he should have got State Farm?
Maybe
I don't know what his
insurance on it.
I'm just saying. I'm just asking.
All right.
All right.
I like what you're alluding.
I like it. That's a shame, though. I look at that and that's a shame.
I know. That's $7 million just going down
Wow.
the ocean.
But it's
sure.
just a possession.
It's just a possession, Erica.
All right, let's
Here you
move
go,
on.
Brad. Let's see if we can get deeper today.
Yeah.
All right, Gwyneth Paltrow and her company Goop are back with another holiday ad. This time, she's playing Truth or Dare with her coworkers, and she picks Dare. Let's see what happens.
Dare. Remove one piece of clothing.
Take your top off. Take your top off.
So unfair.
Wait, you literally have to take your top off. You have nothing.
This is. Can I put my clothes back on?
All right, again, these were her coworkers, so is that appropriate at a work function?
When I first watched this, I was like, this is just a really bad like promo
That's
or whatever
what-
it is.
okay. Yes.
Because it's so discombobulated and it's all over the place and it's like, woo girls, and then Gwyneth is for some reason inexplicably wearing a sports bra underneath like what would be considered like, you know, business casual dress. So I didn't think much of it other than like, what is this about? Like it seemed like they did this when they were actually drunk. But earlier, we had a conversation about it, and everyone was bringing up the idea that if a man would have done this, and he was the CEO of the company, and he took off his pants, then we would be boycotting that company. And now I have to think about that. So, yeah, it is inappropriate.
And when we did talk about that and I saw it like that, we absolutely would be banning, if Jeff
Right.
Bezos did this,
Oh, yeah.
and for an ad for just his workers, we would be banning Amazon right
But
now.
it's a controlled environment, and you can't compare a Goop or whatever it is she has going on to Amazon. Like if you're saying this is a work environment, it's a controlled work
Okay, take
environment.
Amazon out.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Just put a male in a business.
She shot a romantic comedy called Thanks for Sharing, where she strips down to lingerie and she dances for Mark Ruffalo.
Okay.
It's the same thing.
No, it's not.
It's a
No, it's
work
not.
environment, and it's her work environment. It's the same exact
First
thing.
of all, when she's on set doing a movie, she is not playing herself. She is playing a character, and that is scripted by someone else.
Okay.
She owns this company. That means that she is in charge. All of these people are her subordinates. Those are two totally different things. It's not about her showing her body. It's about the context of what she was showing her body in. She's talking about imagine us going to a work event, and we decide that we're going to have some drinks and play Truth or Dare, and then one of us starts taking off our clothes.
And I was like, take your pants off.
Right.
And that was on video.
This is Tegna. That's Goop. It's two different corporations.
It's not about
Not
the
today,
corporations.
man.
It's a blank. Well, okay, so Harvey Weinstein was over the Weinstein Company. It had his last name on it, so he should have been able to do whatever he wanted, don't
I
you think?
understand that, but no one there is offended. They are all complicit in what's going on. They're sitting there looking at
You're
her going,
talking
take
about
it off,
you're
take
talking
it
about
off.
how culture and the toxic culture of a workplace gets started. You can't vouch for every single person in that room, and that's how toxic work culture gets started.
So
because there's 7 people in a room and everybody's sitting around, and then collectively you say
it looks like
everybody
they're
in
at
this room is okay
Erica,
with
it
this.
looks
So
like-
continue on. You can't speak for
It
every
looks
single
like
person.
they're at her house or someone's
It
house.
doesn't matter.
They're all friends in a controlled environment.
They decided that they were going
This
to
is
come to her
not the
house
Tegna boardroom.
because the CEO CEO invited them over. All it takes is one person to be uncomfortable.
But at the same time, like, we don't know, like, what type of boardroom
But we
this
also
is.
don't know. It doesn't matter. She is the CEO of the company.
Y'all got
No,
it.
you're right. It
Y'all
looks
got it.
innocent enough, but if you
So let's
look at it in
boycott Goop.
perspective,
We're boycotting Goop.
you don't have to boycott it. I'm just saying,
it's
look at it.
inappropriate. It's a toxic culture.
I'm just telling you, so in the future, you don't end up in HR saying something like that, because people say that, and that's
And
the reason
Brandon,
why
a
toxic.
yacht is just a possession.
It
We're
is.
going to move on. Kim Kardashian is bringing back vintage Hollywood glamour, but people on social media are accusing her of blackface in this cover for 7 Hollywood magazine. People are also bringing up this old post where her skin tone was darker than usual. There is no evidence that she attempted to impersonate a member of another race, but what do you guys think of this?
I mean, it's blackish. Let's pull up the let's pull up the photo of Kim in this shoot.
Okay, so this is the new one.
This is Kim.
Right.
I mean, we're pretty close to sharing some makeup, but let's see. Okay, so she's channeling Elizabeth Taylor. Let's get a side by side of her and Elizabeth Taylor.
But that's in black and white. Oh,
why is that a different photo?
Oh, that's Kim on the right in the new ad, and that's Elizabeth Taylor in the old ad.
Why don't we have the original photo that we're showing?
Oh.
Okay,
So Liz Taylor
this is Lena Horne.
Was that Lena Horne?
Yeah.
Can we put that back up? Maybe we have to run through
Where's
them all
the
again.
photo that they were actually talking about?
The first one, her in the black dress.
Yeah,
right
that
there.
one.
That one.
Okay, so can we get a side by side of that?
It's all,
don't think they have that.
It's all the same photo
Okay.
shoot. We don't have the side by side with that. But we can pull up the next one. With
I mean,
Liz
she's
Taylor.
looking a little more Lena Horne than
I hear
she's
you.
looking Elizabeth Taylor.
I hear you. Yeah. So, but do you guys consider this to be blackface, or is this something else? Because I don't think she's trying to be derogatory. Walk me through this here.
Erica,
you know what I'm saying?
Erica, I guess he's saying, is it blackface or is it cultural appropriation?
Right. Maybe.
What do you think?
I think that there's a third category that's like culture vulture.
Ooh.
Like you're doing it for fashion and there seems to be no ill intent, but there's also like this idea of like why.
Okay.
Because I think what people understand, like I'm not offended by what she did right here.
Yeah.
But I think what people need to understand is like, if I go walk in someplace and I'm automatically judged by the tone of my skin, why do you get to wear it for fashion and then wash it off and then get a pass? So that's what like culture appropriation is like blatantly like, this is what I am doing in order to appropriate what was appreciated about this culture. I think this is more culture vulture.
So what do you say to fair-skinned women who do the spray tan or the
Right,
tan
that's
where
a
they
good
rub
question.
stuff on there? Because they go from Gwyneth Paltrow to
A tan Gwyneth Paltrow.
A tan Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah, I mean, I also think there's a difference in a tan. Like I can really see a difference in a tan. Like you don't get a fair-skinned girl to tan and then all of a sudden she looks like me.
Right.
Yeah,
Like, you know,
So
it's like I've never looked like I've seen a lot of tan blonde girls and I'm not like, oh, let's share makeup.
So you're saying a tan's one thing, but putting on makeup to make yourself look darker, that now we're kind of getting into the gray zone here.
But you know what? In this situation, I would also feel the same way if I decided to put on makeup to make myself look lighter. It's just not who I am.
Sammy Sosa.
He sure did.
I feel like it's under the same category. It'd be like me bleaching my skin.
Yeah. Interesting, though.
Yeah.
Thanks for the combo.
Thank
See?
you.
I tiptoed around that one.
Yeah, we all did.
But
We all did.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to move on. Some major blockbusters are opening this weekend. Big weekend for movie, guys. Like Cats, it's got an all-star cast including Jennifer Hudson, Taylor Swift, James Corden, and Dame Judi Dench. But critics are hating it. I wonder why. Look how beautiful those cats look. It got a 17% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, which is atrocious. Wow. And Rolling Stone says it's straight out of a litter box. But that won't stop Jennifer Hudson from creating some memories. Check her out last night on Jimmy Fallon. There you go.
Girl. Ooh, child.
I felt it.
I got all the goosey bumps.
I like when they do that.
I felt that.
Yeah, that was good. But what do you think about that movie? I mean, we know Jennifer Hudson's great. We know all the actors are great in it. They put a lot of money into production with this.
I know one person who has to go see this movie. If there's one person in the studio, one person has to go see this movie. And she's sitting to my left, the honorary Swiftie. You better be first row with your tailored cap on, all that. Because that day you were fingering and doing all that stuff. You're everything Taylor Swift now. I'll get you the tickets. Just leave me the popcorn. I'll go with you.
All right, before you buy those tickets, let's get this last one in because Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker also opens this weekend, and fans can't get enough, but it's getting mixed reviews as well. Not 70%, but Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 59% rating. So which one you going to see? And Bombshell opens this weekend, I believe, too. So
I
you
want
got
to see
3.
Bombshell.
I feel like we're going to talk about Bombshell a lot.
I feel like we are, too.
Yeah,
But you kind of got to go see Star Wars because that little Baby Yoda meme that keeps going around.
They're going to be that's a different movie, but that little Baby Yoda.
Oh, that's not this Star Wars?
No, it's a different one.
Oh, that's Mandalorian or Pandalorian? Yeah, Mandalorian. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
The Pandalorian.
Yeah, hey, man.
Little pandas are cute, too. All right. A yacht is just
a possession, baby.
DBL is
You're
live.
doing so good
Coming up,
today.
it's a spooky Christmas carol like you've never seen before. Tori chats with the star of the haunted new version. And Jennifer Aniston hosts a big Christmas bash and invites her ex Brad Pitt. But do you invite exes to parties? We're sharing your DBL take next.
Donna Turner.
Ooh, so.
How about that yacht?
How about that?
That was a shame, though.
Cheryl Hannah says, Brandon, just be glad no one was hurt. That's most important.
And no one was.
Because why?
It's just a possession.
A yacht's just a possession, man.
Okay.
In fact, I'm reading Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and they're saying that that would be considered a liability and not an asset. Unless he's making money off that. Well, he
It's
could be flipping that boat.
definitely.
It's definitely a liability.
It's
definitely
definitely
a liability
I
now,
mean, you're
right?
putting in a lot of to gas that giant thing up alone.
But he's Mark Anthony. He's got Mark Anthony money. So.
But Mark Anthony money? What is that?
He's
Really?
Oh my gosh, he is huge.
Oh, I guess you're right. I guess you're right.
Yeah.
Who do you think has more money, Mark Anthony or Ricky Martin?
Ooh.
Martin.
Living La Vida Loca is.
I would
is
say
a
Ricky
classic.
Martin.
But how many songs did Ricky Martin really?
He was in Menudo. He's been a long time.
I think at one point, Mark Anthony was like one of the highest paid entertainers.
Really?
Like, yeah.
He had a run.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know he was that big. I thought he
I
was
would
big
say-
from the Jennifer Aniston or Jennifer Lopez.
No.
He was
He
bigger
was
than
bigger
her.
than her.
Really?
Yes.
Very
Early 2000s.
So it's like the
Especially in the
Latino
Latin
community, yeah.
because
These Latin
it took a
artists,
long time before like J-Lo was like fully accepted.
Yeah.
Like they were like boycotting her playing Selena.
I didn't know how big Latin stars were until I went to that Romeo
was
Santos
huge.
concert. They sold out MetLife Stadium. They
Are you
sold out
gonna
a
start
football
speaking in an
stadium.
accent again? 'Cause
Yeah.
Cultural appropriate. Culture vulture.
¿Cómo? ¿Qué?
That's culture vulture.
I like that term.
¿Y tú? No, I can't do that. My girlfriend Dominican and Puerto Rican. I'm about to get Duolingo. I'm about to learn. I'm about to say that.
Did you really just say that? That your girlfriend is?
Welcome back to DBL. Jennifer Aniston recently hosted her annual tree trimming party, and as expected, it was star-studded. Guests include Gwyneth Paltrow, Kate Hudson, Jimmy Kimmel, and ex-husband Brad Pitt, who also attended Jen's 50th birthday earlier this year. So DBL Nation, it's time to hear from you. Should you invite your exes to parties, Brandon?
Here we go. Let's kick this thing off. Jordan from Facebook says, if it's an ex, you need to let it go. Continuing a friendship isn't healthy for either party. Yeah, but it's Hollywood. It's such a small dating pool. And they all, they might end up doing a movie together somewhere in the future. And you can call me weird, but my ex from 2014, we still call each other on our birthdays and wish each other happy birthdays. I don't see anything wrong with that.
How does your girl feel about
If
that?
you're in a new relationship, it might be.
We haven't had that conversation.
You might want to have that
Wait till your
conversation.
birthday.
You're gonna be there.
You might want to call right now. Billy says, in the spirit of the holidays, I think it's great to have goodwill towards each other. Breakups don't have to be terrible when you've both moved on. Billy, I agree. Breakups don't need to be terrible. My ex, actually all of my exes and I have very amicable splits. The most important one would be my ex-husband. But when I ran into him during a party that was like neither one of us knew that each other was going to be there, it was awkward. And it wasn't awkward because of us, it was awkward because everybody else was so uncomfortable because they didn't know like who to talk to, or like it's just better just to move on.
I hear you. Larry on Facebook says, Jen has always been obsessed with being part of a power couple. Her desperation is so unappealing.
What?
Oh, man.
Ooh,
I don't know if she
wow.
wants to be back in. I'm confused. I don't think she wants to get back with Brad Pitt, or maybe she does. Ooh.
But
She
who
invited
is
her
she
to the
supposed
50th
to date? What's wrong with her dating on her level? She's a power
But
woman. What's wrong with her dating a power man?
But do you think she wants him back? Do you think they're
No,
wanting
I
each other
don't
back?
know. Maybe. Who knows?
See, at first I was confused, but now I'm intrigued. Right? I think maybe they're
Well,
gonna get
why
back
she got to
together.
be desperate just because she's dating a man
Yeah,
on her level?
Take the desperate part out. I'm just saying, she did invite him to the 50th, and now tree trimming? I'm going to have a tree trimming party. Brad, you want to come? Smells a little desperate.
Oh my gosh. Tree trimming is the greatest scam on earth. It's right up there with a moving party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, I've done those
I'm
too.
taking notes. I love you guys. Madison says, I'm going through a breakup and going through the same struggle. I want to invite my ex to a holiday party, but I think it's best not to extend the invite as it only sets false expectations. I'm going to go with my inner Erica Cabo on this one because the friends don't know how to act. When you break up, the friends break up as well. So it can just be weird.
It could be.
It could be.
All right, you're going to maybe run into that problem sooner than later, buddy.
No, I'm not.
All right, we'll be right
my
back.
number.
A disturbing story today on the obesity crisis in America. A new study shows that if America doesn't adopt healthier eating habits as a nation, over half of Americans will be obese within 10 years. The study was done over 26 years and involved more than 6 million adults, you guys, so this is a legit study. Experts say the only way to avoid this is to work together to encourage others to do things like walking instead of driving. They also suggest things like schools keeping gyms and swimming pools open on the weekends. That way kids can be active. DBL Nation, let us know what you think. And here's a crazy story for your Thursday. A 17-year-old was arrested Wednesday after police say she stole a private plane at Fresno's airport and crashed it into a building. The girl apparently climbed the fence at the airport, hopped onto someone's plane, and somehow got the engine to start. The plane started to move before she crashed into the fence and then into a nearby building. DBL Nation, this story is crazy. How was she even able to get that plane to start? The good news here, no one was hurt. This has been Fast Blast for you. I'll keep you updated on these stories and any other breaking news that comes in throughout the day on our digital breaks. Bye now.
You seem to despise him even more than I do.
Let's not talk about him, not even once.
Why?
It's Christmas.
Prepare ye, Ebenezer.
Ooh, welcome back to DBL. It's a Christmas Carol like you've never seen before. Guy Pearce plays Scrooge in a much darker version of the Charles Dickens classic. Earlier, Tori Shulman talked with him in today's Chatting with the Stars.
Guy Pearce, welcome to Daily Blast Live. Let's get straight into the movie. You play Ebenezer Scrooge in a dark remake of A Christmas Carol.
Christmas to you, Mr. Scrooge.
How many Merry Christmases are meant, and how many are lies?
What do you think fans of the original will think?
Look, I think there might be a mixed reaction. I mean, there are obviously people who really need A Christmas Carol to stay in that family-friendly kind of arena, and you know, there's something very cosy and sort of comforting about it. Whereas ours is clearly quite confronting, not comforting. We still get to the same redemptive point. So for those who are prepared for a darker tale, I think they'll get something out of this, and I think they might be relieved because there's been so many versions before, obviously.
What was your favorite day on set? Do you have a great day that was just like a magical day?
Well, we had some funny days. We had some days where we had to ride camels. Which may not have been the favourite day, but it was really fun. It was a lot of fun, and the camels were quite difficult.
I can imagine.
And we were spraying fake snow everywhere because it was in sort of coming up for summer in the UK. So it was just all a bit mad, really.
That's great. Now, you are such an actor's actor, and I studied theatrically, and there's something sort of method about you. What would be a dream role for you, and what was your favorite role you've ever played? Because everywhere here at DBL, they have a favorite Guy Pearce role. I'm Memento. Some people have LA Confidential. We got Count of Monte Cristo. What's your favorite, and what would be your dream role?
Well, I don't know what my dream role would be, to be honest. I've never been able to answer that question because I always just think something's going to come around the corner that I wouldn't have even considered and go, wow, how interesting. I mean, I remember when I played Andy Warhol, I never would have thought that would have happened.
Yeah.
And in fact, that was probably one of my favourite roles to play, Andy Warhol, because of all the research we got to do.
Well, you're good at every role, so I'm excited. Now, before we go, I'd love to have some fun with some Australian slang. So I'm going to say a word or a phrase for you, and can you help me figure out the meaning by using it in a sentence? Is that possible?
I'll see.
Yeah, okay.
We
Ready?
can try.
Okay.
Go for it.
Crikey.
Crikey, it's cold today, isn't
that's good. Okay, that's good. Crikey, it's cold. That's good. Okay, here's one. Here we go. Whoop, whoop.
I couldn't go and visit her. She lives way out whoop whoop.
I love that. All right, last one. Mozzie.
Mozzie.
Yeah.
Oh, look, it's the, you know, I can never sit outside when the sun's going down around this water because there's just too many mozzies in the air.
Too many mozzies. I love it. Guy Pearce, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I can't wait to watch A Christmas Carol. Take care.
That was a good interview, Tori. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Beauty Blast, y'all. I'm DeRay Banks, okay? We're just gonna go ahead and start this off right from the top. I want to go ahead and make sure that you guys know about the beauty assault you are making to the world, okay? Why are you not wearing blush? It's a real question. Why are we not wearing blush anymore, guys? Yes, this is the question of the day, and I have an answer for you as well. Now, so many of the times as a professional makeup artist, I go through life and I don't judge people. I just simply see people's faces and I think to myself, that's a beautiful face. That's a good face. She didn't try it. It's cool though, so that's none of my business. However, one thing that I see a lot of the times is women or men who do not utilize blush or bronzer. It's insane to me. Now, the reason why I get so many of us are afraid of looking like we're about to go to our little sister's church resuscitation, honey, looking like we're about to go see the Revivery and having that big old wine blush on our cheeks, or hot pink if you may for some folks. I understand. It can be really damaging to your dreams, to your whole lifestyle, and it can really put a damper on how you do your makeup in general. But that does not mean you can put the blush down, honey. It means that we need to utilize the blush in a different way. Now, my favorite way to apply blush is from the back to the front, honey. Yes, I said it like that, from the back to the front. Hey! But with that being said, this is going to help to make sure that you don't have a lot of heavy pigment directly on your cheeks and that you're not looking like a clown or like you got animal crackers in your soup, honey. Now, at the same time, you can always utilize a blush highlight. This is going to be something that has a little bit more of an illuminating factor, kind of like Orgasm or Dolce Vita from NARS, or even from like a Warm Soul from MAC Cosmetics. It's more of a mineralized blush. You don't have to use a super matte one just to get a little color on your cheeks. Now remember, it's kind of like having a Neapolitan ice cream on your cheekbones. You want a little bronzer here, a little blush here, and a little highlighter. I call it the icing, but a little highlighter just to drizzle on top of everything to keep it looking cute. Now, for more Beauty Blast questions and for more Beauty Blast Police videos, make sure that you're watching right here at Daily Blast Live and write me or follow me at Jeray for the Slay on all social media platforms. Now, we'll talk to you guys next time.
Tesla is known for pushing the envelope when it comes to car technology, and its latest invention is a whole new take on the lowly windshield wiper. let's connect the dots. Elon Musk's innovative car company has filed a patent to use lasers to clean windshields, burning off dirt and debris instead of wiping it off. In the patent application, Tesla calls out traditional wipers, calling them inefficient, leaving a wet windshield that's not entirely clean. The pulsed laser cleaning system will apparently not damage the eyes of anybody inside the vehicle. The system monitors the windshield for any dirt, and when it finds it, the laser zaps it right off. So while we may not have flying cars yet, it looks like we might get ones that shoot laser beams. And that is Connecting the Dots.
Welcome back to Beauty Blast.
Welcome back to DBL. Brandon, you have some comments?
We sure do, and they're from my mother. She texts me and goes, Erica was right, you wrong, inappropriate to take clothes off. So I replied, stop sucking up. And she goes, you, with the cap locks, were sucking up. Quote, I'm going to channel my inner Erica Cobb, end quote, sucker. Thank you, Mom. I'll see you in about 15 minutes, Ma. Love ya.
Way to keep them real. Way to keep them real. I like that. And we want to wish a very happy birthday to our PA, Brianna. There she is. Her birthday's not till Saturday, but she's not going to be here tomorrow. She works hard every day. So thank you for all your hard work. We'll see you guys tomorrow, same time, same place. Have a good Thursday, everybody.